It is cold today. It's the end of October. It's becoming like pretty much winter here soon in Michigan. I'm trying to wrap up my garden. I'm going to work on my wood chip pile with the Kubota here. Got a few more rows to cover in the garden. I knocked over the remaining plants. There were some peppers and sunflowers that were still going. But yeah, I don't have much daylight. It's I don't know, it's dark by like 6:30 now, which is kind of a bummer. So that usually leaves me with an hour to an hour and a half of light. But let's get this thing going and I'll see how much I can get done with what I've got. Cold start. In case you missed it, this is how I fill my tank with fuel. Works pretty well. That's the last row there. I had to put it on pretty thick. The sunflowers, man, they were pretty gnarly to cut down and to try and bury. I don't know if I'll plant as many next year, but we're all done here. I think it turned out pretty nice. I mean, there's a lot of wood chips here, but they have like 6 months to break down over the winter time, and I'm gonna cover them with those tarps. So I hope that's enough, long enough for it to break down a bit. But we're gonna plant a fewer number of vegetables and crops next year. We might even make one of these rows into another strawberry row, or maybe some more raspberries to keep them in here. But really also we just want to really space things out a little more. It was pretty crowded this year, even though we thought we were doing less than we did the first year. So anyway, more to come, of course, but I don't know. I think this is all I'm going to do today. I might try to cut the fabric actually, because the wind has finally died down, so maybe I'll go do that now. Running low on light. I got the 3 rolls, my measure, my cutting torch, and my sparker. I'm going to roll them out, measure them, and try to cut them as fast as I can. Well, now I know how far 300 feet is. Hello. I ran out of daylight yesterday, so I only got 1 row of these done, but I'm finishing up here with the other rolls. That's one that represents 1 roll there. So yep, just finishing this up. I'm going to cut it and then bring it over to the garden, and then I'm going to go into the garage and get all the extra bricks from my garage build and bring them over here to weigh down these tarps. So, I'm going to get to it. Okay, so these are the bricks that were left over from building the house. I'm going to bring all of them via the bucket over to the garden and use them to hold those tarps down. So this is probably going to take me a little while to load them all in here. I think I'm going to dump them into wheelbarrows and then do it that way. So we'll see. Alright, here we go. Check this out. I'm using this wood clamp to hold all these bricks and move them. Oh goodness gracious, that was a lot of bricks. Oh man, I'm gonna be sore tomorrow. Whew. I used this little tool, the wood brace here, for a little while, but lifting all those bricks was probably going to cause me to need another visit to the chiropractor. But okay, I've got these loaded. Hopefully I haven't overloaded the Kubota, and we're gonna bring them to the garden now. That was way too much weight. The front tires were like... So I took some off and I'm gonna try this again. Okay, bricks are here. Wheelbarrows, row cover. I'm just gonna get to it. Wow. Well, I got all the rows covered and bricked initially. I am running out of light though, so I thought I'd check in one more time before I lose all my light. I'm gonna go pick up that load of bricks I took off the tractor. I still have a couple more here, but yeah, I may have been loaded at the max when I had every one of those bricks on there. I have absolutely no idea how many bricks I have here. I certainly wasn't going to count them, but yeah, this is what I've ended up with. I know it'll probably blow away, so that's why I've at least put this. I'll put the rest of these cinder blocks out on each middle. So if it does blow, at least it'll stay. For sure, it's not going to get. It's not going to get pulled off of a cinder block. So, okay, this is it. Thanks for joining me, and I don't know what's coming up next, but it's still the fall, so might be working on the garage soon once it gets real cold. Otherwise, I'm pretty much done with the garden for the year, and it feels pretty good because I've never really done that. So, thanks for joining me. I'll see you on the next one.